the honourable members of Parliament. Just before I carry on, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Ben Ryan and the boys for the seventh after that position both in Wellington and Sydney. Although we had a lot of critics from the public, they are open to their own opinion. But little that the majority knows that we are playing against professionals who represented the Super 15. And our boys are all locals, all Fiji-made, local grown. And we still lead the series, the HBC series that is important, which is they have achieved the ratings where we are in the same leg last year. The ratings are more than the same leg last year. And again, congratulated Ben for his vision on the achievement that he made. The first achievement was to get that HSBC last year. The second achievement is to qualify for Rio. And the third achievement, which is the third aim, is the goal in Rio. And again, I would like to inform the House and congratulate Ben for that.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, the Ministry of Youth and Sports have been provided a total of just over 4.1 million for Team Fiji preparation and participation at the Rio Olympic Games in the financial year. The full request from FESNOC is 5 million, so we are contributing a significant portion. Out of the 4.1 million allocated to the team, 91% or 3.8 million is allocated for the team's preparation, while the remaining 9% or approximately 344,000 is allocated for the team's actual participation at the Rio Olympic Games. From that, Madam Speaker, government is providing this year Team Fiji will be able to send its biggest ever contingent to this year's Summer Olympics. Madam Speaker, Team Fiji is expected to be represented by a team of 89 members, of which 53 are athletes and 46 are officials. Madam Speaker, we are currently preparing for 11 sports to participate in the Rio Olympics. However, a number of them are still going through their qualifying rounds. The sports that are currently preparing are archery, athletics, boxing, judo, shooting, swimming, weightlifting, football, rugby sevens for men, rugby sevens for women, and the Paralympics. Madam Speaker, as I've mentioned earlier, some of the sports are still going through their qualifying rounds. For example, swimming and weightlifting can still qualify in the upcoming Oceania Championship that we are hosting in Fiji in May. So the rest of the sports organization have a different qualifying schedule for the Olympics, and this includes athletics. Madam Speaker, apart from the allocation of the 4.1 million that directly supports Fiji preparation and participation, that are other allocations provided by the government that have direct impacts on Team Fiji preparation and performance in the Rio Olympics. This includes, Madam Speaker, support for the international coaches, for example, the salary for the coach of the men's sevens team. Fiji hope for the first medal to be in the Summer, where Fiji hope for the first medal in the Summer Olympics. As mentioned earlier to this, Fiji will be hosting the upcoming weightlifting and swimming championship, or the Oceania Swimming Championship this year, from a separate budget allocation. Madam Speaker, there is an agreement with FESNOC that government provides 1/3 of its total budget of Team Fiji participation at games such as the Olympics. The other 2/3 of the budget are provided by the FESNOC and the participating sports through their National Sporting Federation. Madam Speaker, Sporting Federation in turn levy the athletes for their contribution to the NSOs, or 1/3 contribution. Madam Speaker, the contribution by the Sporting Federation will have an implication of the athletes' ability to prepare and participate effectively. The Road to Goal campaign launched by the Fiji Rugby Union earlier this year provides an opportunity for members of the public to also contribute to to the Vodafone Rugby Sevens and the Telecom Fijiana Sevens teams in Rio. Madam Speaker, this is an example of a sporting federation that are giving their contribution. However, as you can imagine, raising funds for that sport is not easy, and I hope that the athletes will be able to compete in Rio, despite having a fund to raise funds for this matter. Madam Speaker, while Team Fiji efforts at any games is largely determined by ability to provide financial support, whether it be from government, FESNOC, or National Sporting Federation, there is a need to relook at longer-term financial planning with the sporting organization around a 4-year budget cycle. Madam Speaker, this allows all stakeholders in sports to better plan and administer their organization properly. Madam Speaker, our corporate community must be encouraged to also participate through the tax rebates, which currently stands at under 50%, that is given by government for sponsorship over 100,000. This incentive may need to be reviewed so that the sports fully benefit from this incentive. Again, I hope that with the more consultation from the support of my colleagues, the sporting organization, and the Minister of Finance, we can extend this to operate over a fully year cycle to prepare for 2020. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary question, the Honourable Gandhi.
Supplementary question, Madam Speaker. I thank the Minister for the briefs this morning. For the preparation and the outcome of the Rio Games, there are a lot to be arrested in our issues here, the administrative issues. The question is, what has the Minister done to some of the sporting bodies? The administrative issues like coaches, changing the coaches and resignations of administrators. What has the Minister done to bring about good outcomes in the Rio Games? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
I think that's a total irrelevant question, Madam Speaker.